continuing our history of rhetoric study session, we were reading the notes, highlighting, and we are now on the topic of syllogisms. Okay, a syllogism is a method of logical argument, right?
It's a sequence or pattern.
It's a pattern. It uses deductive reasoning, right? It's two premises leading to a conclusion. So we were just using the classic example that every person studying rhetoric must know, which is all men are mortal. Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. So we're explaining how, okay, that is one way of studying it, right? You use the example, you memorize the example, now you apply the example, and you do it in whatever method, whether you're writing examples on a piece of paper, on a board, on the sand, you name it. We are now currently using sign language, and we're also using math. For example, let's go to math. In math, we summarize in your first premise, you actually have two variables, right? You have men and mortal. So we're using the variables ME and MO. In your second premise, you have Socrates is a man, so that's basically ME. In your third sentence, which is your conclusion, you're basically taking the new word Socrates and using the variable that was not used already. So ME and MO, and we have Daddy returning, ME and MO as your variables in the first premise. In the second premise, we have a new word, we have Socrates, S. S equals ME, he's of men. And then in your third, you have Socrates, S equals what's left? MO, mortal. So ME, MO, Socrates, S equals ME. Your third will be S equals MO. We then use the example of human. Let's take away man. Same basic sentence. Humans are mortal. H, so the letter is H. H equals M, sign language, H, M, in the first sentence. Socrates is H, so S equals H. In your third one, you take the one that was left, which is mortal, therefore S equals M, right? Again, in the first sentence, you have human, H equals M. In the second one, you have S equals the H. So in your third one, S equals your M. So the example we were using, Christopher was saying, what if I wanted to use black belt and teacher and me? Okay, how would we do that? So we took the vocabulary. You have two vocabulary words for your first premise. Black belts, teachers. Okay. Black belts can teach. B equals T. Christopher, C, is a black belt. So what's left? C. Therefore, C equals T. Christopher can teach. So that's an example of studying syllogisms with examples that you know from ways that you know how to study or languages you use. You can use the way the teacher taught you the whole time. In this case, it's a lecture and it's all words, and you keep studying her words. It might not sink in because you're learning her system. Like in music, they tell us, like, take a Beyonce song. Don't go and sound like Beyonce. Make it your own, right? So don't go and just read the words of the teacher. Make it your own. Make it in your own language. Here, Christopher speaks sign, and he speaks math, and he speaks music. So we're using an idea from class, putting it in sign language, but also using math to simplify the words, because you can get lost in all the words. So with these syllogisms, your first premise, there's 2 vocabulary words, 2 variables, right? Human, mortal, HM. Your second premise introduces a new word, say X equals one of the variables in the first sentence. Your last sentence, your conclusion, is that new variable X and whatever variable you didn't use in the first premise, right? So Christopher's example of martial arts and black belts. Black belts can teach. Christopher is a black belt, therefore Christopher can teach. Hope this helps.